This national anthem was sung by our classmate Sanika Guzar. As you all know that today we have gathered here to celebrate this big national event, the Independence Day. This day, this is the most auspicious day in the history of our nation, as it won back its freedom after many years of relentless struggle put in by our freedom fighters. Now, I request Himanshu to present his PPT.
The beginning revolt of 1857. The revolt of 1857 was the landmark in the history of Indian freedom struggle. The Indian Rebellion of 1857 was a large-scale rebellion in the northern and central India against the British East India Company's rule.
Formation of Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress was founded on 28 December 1885 by A. Hume, a retired British officer. Until the time India gained its independence on 15 August 1947, the Indian National Congress was considered to be the largest and most prominent Indian public organization.
Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. The Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, also known as the Amritsar Massacre, took place on 13 April 1919 when acting Brigadier General Reginald Dyer ordered troops of the British India Army to fire their rifles into a crowd of unarmed Indian civilians in Jallianwala Bagh, Amritsar, Punjab, killing at least 379 people and injured over 1,000 other people.
Non-cooperation movement. The non-cooperation movement was launched on 5th September 1920 by Mahatma Gandhi with his aim of self-governance and obtaining full independence as the Indian National Congress withdrew its support for British reforms following the Ravlat Act of 21 March 1919 and the Jallianwala Bagh Massacre of 13 April 1919.
Salt March. The Salt March, also known as the Salt Satyagraha, Dandi March, and the Dandi Satyagraha, was an act of non-violent civil disobedience in the colonial India led by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. A 24-day march lasted from 12 March 1930 to 6 April 1930 as a direct action campaign of tax resistance and non-violent protest against the British salt monopoly.
Rise of nationalism. Radicals like Bal Gangadhar Tilak advocated complete freedom, Swarajya, and managed to inspire many Indians with his famous slogan, Swarajya is my birthright and I shall have it. He had joined by another like-minded leaders like Bipin Chandrapal and Lala Lajpat Rai. The trio together came to be known as Lal Bal Pal.
Simon Go Back. In 1928, British government decided to send Simon Commission to India to discuss constitutional reform. In 1929, when the commission came to India, there were protests all over India. Lala Lajpat Rai himself led one such procession against Simon Commission. His slogan was Simon Go Back.
Quit India Movement. The Quit India Movement, also known as the August Movement, was a movement launched at the Bombay session of the All India Congress Committee by Mahatma Gandhi on 8 August 1942 during World War II, demanding an end to British rule of India.
India's independence. On midnight of 15 August 1947, Britain handed India its formal independence. At the stroke of midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to find a freedom. A moment comes which comes but rarely in history. When we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of the utterance.
मेरे वतन है वतन आबाद रहे तू आबाद
What an informative PPT. Now I call Sanika Guzar to sing a song.
ए मेरे वतन के लोगों, तुम खूब लगा लो नारा, ये शुभ दिन है हम सब लहरा लो तिरंगा प्यारा, पर मत भूलो सीमा पर वीरों ने प्राण गवाए, कुछ याद उन्हें भी कर लो, कुछ याद उन्हें भी कर लो, जो लौट के घर ना आए, जो लौट के घर ना आए। है मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो पानी। है मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। तुम भूल न जाओ उनको, इसलिए सुनो ये कहानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जब घायल हुआ हिमालय, खतरे में पड़ी आजादी, जब तक तीस सांस लड़े, जब तक तीस सांस लड़े वो, फिर अपनी आश भी दी, संगीन पे धर कर माथा सो गए अमर बलिदानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। कोई सिख कोई जाट मराठा, कोई सिख कोई जाट मराठा, कोई गोरखा कोई मद्रासी, कोई गोरखा कोई मद्रासी, सरहद पर मरने वाला, सरहद पर मरने वाला हर वीर भारतवासी, जो खून गिरा पर्वत पर वो खून था हिंदुस्तानी, जो शहीद हैं उनकी जरा याद कर कुर्बानी। जय हिंद की सेना, जय हिंद जय हिंद सेना, जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद.
What a well song. Now I call Sitija to give a speech.
Good morning, respected principal, our management representative, teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Sitija Kole. First of all, I would like to wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Today, we have gathered here to celebrate 74th Independence Day. This is really a great national event. Independence Day holds a lot of significance in the lives of Indians, as on this day we got freedom after a long struggle of the thousands of freedom fighters and great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Lala Lajpat Rai, Ashfaqullah Khan, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Vallabhbhai Patel, Ram Prasad Misra, Sukhdev, and many more. They sacrificed their life to get independence from the British who ruled the country for more than 200 years. Independence Day is also a very important day to keep the spirit of patriotism alive and at the same time enter the spirit of freedom. It also motivates us to bond with each other irrespective of which religion, caste, community, sex of culture we belong to. India has shown phenomenal growth at independence. India has witnesses growth in various fields including science, technology, agriculture, but there is still a lot to be achieved, a lot to be done. Now it is our turn to continue the legacy of doing something great for our next generation and we will make it. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
What a nice speech. Now I call Riddhi to give a speech.
Good morning and a warm welcome to respected Principal Ma'am, Management Representative Sir, all my respected teachers, and all my dear friends. Today, I am here to speak about the great leader Mahatma Gandhi. India got freedom from British rule in 1947, and from then our nation is celebrating Independence Day on 15th August. Independence Day is the result of sacrifice of many warriors. The man of honesty, the man of greatness. He is our Mahatma, the father of our nation. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi is a person who always stays in the heart of every Indian. We all called him as Bapu. He has got the title of father of our nation. He always he always followed the path of non-violence. 2nd October 1869 was the day when Bapu took birth at Porbandar in Gujarat. He belonged from a Hindu family. Mahatma Gandhi completed his school degree from India, whereas for the studies of law he went to England. When Bapu was practicing law in South Africa, he got discriminated because he had dark skin color. This made Gandhiji become social activist. He thought to change the injustice which was created by others to every person. Gandhiji worked heroically in the freedom fight. Nature-wise, he was a very calm personality. Gandhiji was the only person who gave us the true meaning of unity in diversity. Mahatma Gandhi, uh, for the removal of untouchability, he started many mass movements like non-violence, non-cooperation, Champaran, Salt March, and the Quit India movement, which were later joined by many other social activists and freedom fighters of the era. His tragic death on 30th January 1948 plunged the entire nation into the gloom. His death left the great vacuum in the life of the nation. We still love and respect this veteran of the 20th century. His birthday, 2nd October, is celebrated as Gandhi Jayanti in India and as an International Day of Non-Violence in worldwide. Morality is the basis of things and truth is the substance of all moralities. Thank you.
What a wonderful speech. Now I call Siddhi Sonkar to give a speech.
So long you do not so long you do not achieve social liberty, the freedom provided by the law is of no avail to you. Good morning and a warm welcome to one and all. We all know that Indian history is certainly filled with many patriotic freedom fighters and social reformers. One famous name among them is of Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, a person born in a small village but did great things for the country. Throughout his life, he fought for the rights of untouchables and rose from a poor child to many prominent positions in the Indian government through his hard work and principles. Earlier, he was not allowed to read books in India, but then he wrote a book that brought equality in India. Ambedkar faced a lot of complications of caste discrimination since his childhood and decided to fight against this scourge of the society. Since then, a sharp stroke was set that led to a great achievement, working upon the framework of constitution. Even in 21st century, every year, every person celebrates Ambedkar Jayanti to pay homage and respect to him. From his work, we get to know that if we work hard, have willpower, and wish to do so, no evil can stop our way. Thank you.
What a nice speech. Now, the girls of class 9 are going to perform a dance.
ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी सराया करो कुर्बानी। संदेशे आते हैं हमें तड़पाते हैं, वो चिट्ठी आती है तो पूछे जाते हैं कि घर कब आओगे, कि घर कब आओगे, लिखो कब आओगे, कि तुम दिन ये घर सुना सुना। जहाँ भी बस तेरी याद थी, जो मेरे साथ थी, मुझको तड़पाती रुलाती, सबसे प्यारी तेरी सूरत प्यार है, बस तेरा प्यार ही। माँ तुझे सलाम, तुझे सलाम, तुझे सलाम।
अब तो हमें आगे बढ़ते हैं रहना, अब तो हमें साथी है बस इतना ही कहना।
कंधों से मिलते हैं, कंधे कंधों से कदम बढ़ते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं। टिंगड़िंग डिंग 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 डिंग, टिंगड़िंग डिंग डिंग डिंग, टिंगड़िंग डिंग 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 डिंग, टिंगड़िंग डिंग डिंग डिंग। ओ थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी धरती की, मेरे वतन की, थोड़ी सी खुशबू बहारी से मस्त बन की, थोड़ी सी धोखने वाली धक 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 धक, जिनमें हो जुनून वो बंदे लाल लबी। ये सब तू मिला मिला ले, फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले, और मोहित रंग दे बसंती यारा, मोहित रंग दे बसंती। झुके तेरे आगे सर, तेरी गोद मेरा घर है, तुझे सलाम इंडिया। झुके तेरे आगे सर, तेरी गोद मेरा घर है, तुझे सलाम इंडिया।
भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है, सबसे न्यारा गुलिस्तां हमारा है। भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है, सबसे न्यारा गुलिस्तां हमारा है।
मेरे देश की धरती, मेरे देश की धरती, सोना उगले उगले हीरे मोती, मेरे देश की धरती, मेरे देश की धरती।
देश मेरे देश मेरे मेरी जान है तू, देश मेरे देश मेरे मेरी जान है तू, देश मेरे देश मेरे मेरी शान है तू, देश मेरे देश मेरे मेरी शान है तू। हे वतन हमको तेरी कसम, तेरी राहों में जहाँ तक पा जाएंगे, फूल चीज है तेरे कदमों में हम बेटे अपने सरों पे चढ़ा जाएंगे है वतन मैं वतन.
What an athletic performance. Now, let us see the achievements of India.
सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो. सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो. चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो, सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी.
In agriculture, primarily being an agricultural land today, India is been producing of milk with 18% of world production. Second largest producer of rice, over 100 metric tons, wheat over 90 million tons, sugar over 25 million tons, fruits and vegetables over 200 million tons. India is the largest producer of cotton with the production of 6.51 million ton of the fiber.
Science and technology. Ever since independence, modern India has had a strong focus on science and technology, realizing that it is a key element for economic and social growth. Mangalan, India's first aircraft to Mars, entered Mars orbit on September 2014, making India the first Asian country and only the fourth country in the world to enter the Mars orbit in its first attempt.
Chandrayaan. India successfully launched Chandrayaan in 2008 in order to explore the moon. The craft was inserted into the lunar orbit in its first attempt. One of the greatest achievements of Chandrayaan was the discovery of water molecule in the lunar soil.
Hero Motocrop. Indian company Hero Motocrop is the world largest manufacturer of the two-wheelers.
Infrastructure. As of June 2018, India has 37 heritage sites, the sixth most of any country.
Indian Railways. Indian Railways are one of the largest railway network comprising of 1,15,000 kilometers that carries more than 25 million passengers daily from one place to another.
तो सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी.
Indian Postal Network. India has the largest postal network in the world with 1,55,618 post office and over 5,66,000 employees.
Social and health. While the life expectancy was around 37 years in 1951, it almost doubled to 65 years by 2011. There is a steady decline in infant mortality rate, marked with death rate coming down to the half of what it was during the 50s. A similar improvement has been noticed in maternal mortality rate.
Sports. When it comes to sport, the first thing that strike our mind is cricket and Sachin Tendulkar. But there are other people who have been make India proud in sport apart from cricket.
What a wonderful PPT. Now I request our principal ma'am to say a few words about the program.
I request Patil sir to speak first and then I will speak. Patil sir, would you please initiate?
Good morning, everybody. Respected principal, my dear student, teacher, and judge. Today is 74th Independence Day. On this occasion of 74th Independence Day, I wish everybody happy Independence Day. I am not going to speak more because what PPTs and all the other things you people told at all my students, really I congratulate them because they have elaborated all the incident which today morning I narrated in my speech. But the one thing always I concern about that, the first speech given by first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and the first speech given by the architect of our constitution, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, that I always remember because Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru showed the path from where we have to go. So how we are going to lead the nation, that what he showed us. And Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar had given the written constitution. So these are the things what we have to follow throughout our life or throughout the country and the well-being of the people. So I will just few things repeat from the uh, constitution's preamble. That is, the we constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to its all citizens. Last 15 days, I'm studying about that new education policy, and I was reading with the different values which they are going to imbibe into the mind of a student. I was really little bit sad or little bit wondered because why these people not very reluctant to take the name of secularism and socialism. There is no mention in that values. They talk about the cultural values, ethical values, and so many things have written. But these two words are missing. Socialist and secular is missing there. They are told that constitution values will be preserved, but all the other they specifically mentioned. So, my dear student, remember that India is a secular and a socialist country. That is a democratic. That we are going to elect our representative, and they are going to represent in the Parliament of India. And what this thing Constitution is given us the guarantee of justice, that social, economic, and political justice. Then they are given the guarantee of liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. See here, everybody got right to worship their God. But this does not mean that you should try to encourage the rights of the other. You try to respect their other religion also. That is what meant by this. And the equality of status and opportunity to promote among them all. And the fraternity, means brotherhood, should be maintained throughout the country. Now, not only the country, but now time is come, the universal brotherhood, that is the universal citizenship, global citizenship. Now, people are talking about the global citizenship, all the other developed countries and developing countries also. So, my dear student, the right from the war of independence till the independence what when we reached on 15 August 1947, till that day, many people sacrificed their life. Many people laid down their life. We have to remember their sacrifice. We have to show them uh, tribute and also honor their sacrifice and try to follow at least one principle in your life. Try to remember them every day and at least one or two principles if we follow for the benefit of the nation, benefit of the society, and do whatever good for the society, definitely they will come. The modern society will be very good society, very positive minded society, and very, what we can say, the helpful to each other and cooperative will have the near future. So, my dear students and teachers and all citizens of the country, I appeal that we try to follow the principle which is mentioned in the Constitution and try to show the respect to all the great leaders who have sacrificed their life for the independence of India. I pay tribute to all these freedom fighters and the leaders right from the initial one to the today's who sacrificed their life for the defense or for the protection of our country. So once again, I wish you happy Independence Day, and I hope I pray for everybody that you will be safe and healthy in our at your home, and also pray for all the citizens of the world that everybody will be remain safe and healthy during this pandemic period. So thank you very much. You have given opportunity to say few words. Thank you very much, and I congratulate all the students and the teachers who participated in this function. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our principal ma'am to say a few words about the program.
Very good morning to all of you. Respected Patil sir, my dear teachers, parents, and my dear students. It was indeed a great pleasure and honor to be a part of our 74th Independence Day celebration, virtual celebration. It was a good treat virtually with the dances and the speeches and the PowerPoint presentation, which we really enjoyed. All about history, I think the students have said. Patil sir in the morning speech has explained us what is the contribution of our freedom fighters and how we have achieved this freedom. But what right now what I'm going to talk to you is about the freedom what we really need at this hour. We want freedom from this corona virus. We want freedom from unemployment. We want freedom from corruption. That is our main aim or main goal. And why are we not being able to achieve this? We have to introspect. There is a lot of introspection required by each and every one of us who is attending this function and who is staying in this country. One single question every day, or at least on the Independence Day and the Republic Day, what am I doing for my country? The country is not asking you to go on the borders and fight. That our army people and the navy people are doing. What am I as an individual doing for my country? The answer is within you. Only you can answer that. Am I putting my best? Am I taking that quality education? Am I putting my 100% in the work which I have, which I where the place where I work? Am I giving 100% in terms of giving back to the society in which I'm living? It is very, very important. What I feel is our talent, our cream is going out of the country. And that is very, very dangerous. We are talking of India as a developed country. We are talking of India being as a superpower. If you want to be a superpower, then you require this intellectual brains to be retained in our own country. We want people, we want engineers, we want researchers, we want doctors who will serve our country. And these are nothing but the students who are sitting in front of me. Amongst you are the ones whom I can see as engineers, doctors, builders, teachers, business people. So our country will only prosper when you all will contribute to our nation by staying in our country, not going abroad. We are not against higher education. You should take higher education. But when you get your higher education, you should come back to your country and you should pay it back to your country. That is very, very important, which is what I think many of us are not paying attention to. This coronavirus has really opened our eye. Look at our health system. Why are we not having good government hospitals? Why are we having less doctors, less nurses, less health workers? Why? Because we are not paying attention to this profession. One is that, either that, or this profession, to get this professional degree, the fees are very high, whereas in other countries, the fees are very less. So these things are there which each one of us have to pay attention and work on it. Apart from being doctor, there are many paramedical courses which are available, but the students are not aware of it, and that is why the students don't go for this profession, isn't it? So it is a duty of the teacher to make the student aware of these professions wherein the students will take up these professions and serve the country. This coronavirus is not a natural virus. It is a man-made virus. So the solution also will come from a man who will do a lot of research. But where are our Indian researchers? Where are our Indian doctors? They are sitting in US lab. They are sitting in Russia. They are sitting in Australia. So who will do that research in India? It is you, my dear students. So celebrating Independence Day, having a good program, putting the flag on your clothes is not that. You get highly educated and you give back to your country, you give back to your society. That is what is needed. Our country has given us a lot. Our soldiers are fighting the battle with the outside enemy, but we still have enemy in our society, and the biggest enemy is the corruption. So we should be united to fight against this corruption. And this will only happen when you and me both do not give bribe in our government offices. So one should take that stand that I will not give the bribe even if I'm caught by breaking any kind of traffic rule also. I will not hand over that 100 rupees note to that policeman, but I will follow the rules and regulation of my country, which is very, very important. When we all follow the rules and regulation, there is no question of getting caught anywhere. There is no question of giving the bribe. Okay? So this is one thing which we all should keep in mind. And of course, the last weapon which will help us to be a superpower is education. We need to be highly educated. Education means not rote learning. Education which will make you think rationally what is good and what is bad. It will improve your creativity. It will give you creative thinking strategies that is needed. So whenever you are doing your studies, please do not rote learn. Please understand what it is and try to apply in your life. I think that is needed. Application of whatever we are learning. What we have learned in our history has to be applied when you go outside the society. Whatever you have learned in your sciences has to be applied in your daily life. That is more important. So my dear students, when you take up studies, do not study for just getting marks. Study for you to become a better person day by day. That is what is required. And again, I am telling, giving back to your own country, giving back to your society, and giving back to your parents is very, very important. When you will go abroad, your parents will stay here alone. What is the use if in the old age you are not with your parents? Please think over it. And parents also should think over it about it. When you send your children abroad, for what you are sending? All our freedom fighters, if you see Mahatma Gandhi, if you see Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, they all had gone to foreign countries for higher education, but they came back to the country and they fought for the country, and that is why today's freedom we are celebrating. So this is very, very important. You take up higher education, you go abroad, but then come back to your country and repay what the country has done for you. So I want each one of you today to ponder on to what I as a student, I as a teacher, I as a principal, I as a citizen of India can do for my country. Right now, the need is to obey social distancing, to put mask. Very, very important. So if I'm not putting the mask, I'm putting everyone at risk. It's a very small step. So if I do that, I'm really doing something for my country. So please wear your mask. Please wash your hands properly. Please maintain social distancing and spread happiness in your house, in your neighborhood, and in the society wherever you are living, and love your neighbors. Your neighbor can be Hindu, your neighbor can be Muslim, your neighbor can be anybody, but love your neighbor. As Sir rightly said, brotherhood, value of brotherhood is very, very important. And I'm very sure all my students are from are really taking up and learning all these values, and they are practicing in their daily life also. Today's program was wonderful. I really enjoyed the virtual dance. I really enjoyed the beautiful speeches, which was really motivating and eye opening. I really enjoyed the comparing, the coordination among the student, the PPT, everything about the program was very good. And I'm sure Nitin sir, with his team of students, has really coordinated and brought out this program very well. So a big round of applause for Nitin sir and his team for this program. Once again, thank you very much. for calling us and being part of this program. We really enjoyed, and I wish everyone happy Independence Day. Let us find independence. Let us be free from Corona also, and we will celebrate this independence from Corona also very soon. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for your motivational words. Now I call Purva to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Nakshatra. I convey my best wishes to Honorable Principal Ma'am, respected management, representatives, sir, teachers, and all my dear friends. I, Purva Shirname, consider the occasion as an honor and privilege to extend the vote of thanks. Once a great man whispered, feeling thankfulness and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Today, I take the opportunity to put all my gratefulness into the words. On behalf of school management and all the students, I would like to thank our management representative for taking his precious time out and consisting to be the part of this program. Sir, indeed, your words have inspired us a lot. We have been fortunate by assisted by our principal. You have been a constant support, and you have given us a lot of encouragement. You have graced us with your presence and guidance. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing with us your words of wisdom. I thanks all the teaching and non-teaching staff for their presence in this morning. You always help us in carrying out such an important event. Last but not a least, I would like to thank all the students for sharing their interest in this program. And I once again thanks everyone for making this program successful. Thank you.
I'll just make a correction here. Never say thanks. Thank. I thank. Okay, singular.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, Nitin sir, congratulations.
Thank you, Nitin sir.
Thank
Bye,
you, sir. Thank
everyone.
you, sir. Thank you.
Bye, students. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you. Happy Independence to all.
Thank you.
Happy Independence, sir.
नितीन सर आणि विद्यार्थी अभिनंदन.
Wish you the same, sir. Happy Independence Day.